Welcome back to Ori Soaps and Bubbles. We have an exciting and hopefully helpful video for you today. As always, we are open to suggestions. If there is a soap you want us to make on our channel for you to see and for you to see the outcome, we will definitely do that. Just leave it in the comment section below. Thank you so much and always enjoy. Previously on Ori Soaps and Bubbles. Welcome once again to Ori Soaps and Bubbles. Like I said previously, here's the thing. This is the review to what I did previously on my other video that I've already posted. Go and watch that one so you can see what's happening in the video. I try to explain these as best as I can and show what's what as best as I can. I will get better at this, guys. I'm new and most of the time nervous. But with all that said and out of the way, let's move on. On this video, I got a chance to do a lot of neat things. Cooking the soap, changing the soap, learning how to keep it very smooth, and then put it in the mold while it was still hot and very, very liquid to be able to pour. I do use warm dishes and everything. If you have any questions, I can give you answers that I may know about, and then maybe we can learn some more together. So let's move on to the current video.
Okay, so on this next part, we are going to look at all of the mistakes that I've made, and I'm going to show you the solutions that I actually have done or created in order to fix these bars of soap. And I did them separately, so this may end up being maybe 2 to 3 videos depending on how long it comes out to be. I don't want the videos to be that long. If they don't turn out to be that long, then I'll try to get them all in here. But this huge 10 pounds of soap, I had to fix the whole thing. One was recognizing that my scale was not working. 2 is the solution. So now we're going to be working on the solution to how to fix sticky, sweaty, and messy soap. And because my scale was not working, I want to implore you guys to check out your scale. Make sure you have the right scale, because that was the main issue that was going on. And then we're going to talk about what I actually use in order to fix sticky, sweaty soap and get it back to a beautiful bar of soap that you can actually use. Okay, so without further ado, let's head right on over to it. And once again, thank you for being a part.
Okay, guys, we are going to unmold the, this would be Shea, Almond, olive oil soap that we made. The one where I poured it over, it just kept running over and over. We're going to unmold it. Before I unmold it, you remember it was a cream color, and we're also going to look at unmolding one other soap if we can today as well. But this one was more like a cream color on the bottom, and then it had just the white top. So hopefully it did exactly what we wanted it to do. And again, I'm going to kind of go around the edges here, pulling it out. Hopefully it's ready. It still feels a little soft. Honestly, it feels really soft. And I was wondering, maybe I should not unmold it. If I mess it up, then I have to melt it down again and redo it. Oh, it looks like it's extremely soft. Oh, because I'm looking at the sides here. Maybe I should wait, because it's really, really soft. This is the one with sugar. It was called Sugar. We said we was gonna call it Sugar. If it's too soft, it wouldn't be great to unmold it yet, because the top may mess up. And I really don't want that top to mess up. Yeah. I didn't put it in the freezer to firm it up. I'm just pulling it all the way around. Yeah, I think we're gonna wait. I think we should wait. And of course, it's what, day 2? It's been 2 days now. So I wanted to get some other soap down in here as well. And I'm just pulling the parts off the edges where it ran over the mold. But it doesn't look like this one is really soft, so we can try it. Let's try it. If not, hey, we can always work on it, right? Okay. Let's move those little shavings over to the side. Dun, 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 dun. And I'm gonna flip this way. And I know it's already soft around the edges, but I'm itching to see what it looks like and if it actually took the shape really well. If it didn't, then I'll see what I need to tweak in the recipe, and we will do this again. All right, so I got it pulled up to that point on one side, on that side, and now this side. Now I'm not gonna press down on the top of this, just kind of shake it. I didn't want to press down on it because I didn't want it to mess up on the tops. So now I'm just gonna go around and pull these sides loose as far as the top goes. And I'm gonna get me some more bee molds because I noticed that I really like the bee mold. All right, let's pull it off the top and see if it comes. Oh no, it's not. It is so, okay, let me show you guys what's happening. It's not. You see that? It is really stuck in that mold. That's not gonna form. But it did take the color. So here's what I'm gonna do. I'm glad I saw that. And for this one, I'm gonna stick him in the freezer. And then we'll look and see how it goes in the freezer for about 2 hours. And then I'll bring you guys back.
So for this next part, we are going to go ahead into fixing it. I looked at the rest of my soap just to see if it was the same as sugar, and it ended up being basically the same. Then I tried to figure out if I put enough lye in it, or what was the problem of my soap being really sticky. Some of them were very sweaty and it was very moist after I had already put it into the freezer. So I set it in the freezer for 2 hours. That still did not fix the soap itself, so I had to put it back in the pot and melt it down. And this sugar wasn't the only one. It was also the bentonite clay soap that I actually made and everything. So I was a little bit disappointed, but I was excited because I found some solutions that actually work. And I'm going to share these solutions with you. Now, as we go through and I share the solutions with you, I would absolutely love if you have questions. Go ahead and ask those questions so we can get them answered. What's the best way to find an answer to a question? Well, let's mess up some stuff and then we'll figure out how to fix it. That's pretty much how we do it. Or we can go and ask some other experts. Let's get going.
Okay, so we have another oopsie and a fail that we're going to work on fixing today. And in order to fix that, I've already got my pot on pretty high. Oh, let me move this horse. I already got my pot on pretty high. I grabbed out the propylene glycol because I believe we need to add more to it. Here's why. Because the soap is so sticky. It's not sticking to the mold. And because we changed the recipe from when I first put it in soap calc, I believe I didn't add enough propylene glycol. If that's not it, then there's not enough. There's too much oils and not enough. So as you can see, it's just completely sticking. It's not going to hold any type of shape or anything. It's two things. either I didn't put enough lye, which when I double checked it again, I put more than enough lye in it. So I don't want to add any more lye because it'll make it lye heavy. I didn't add enough propylene glycol, which is the alcohol base, in order to make it supposed to make it like a melt and pour base, because that's what we've been working on here lately. My other two melt and pour bases turned out perfect. It's this 10-pound one that didn't, and I wish I would have just went with maybe 5 pounds or 4 pounds or 3 pounds, and then maybe would have had a different result. But anyway, the case is we're gonna fix this, and the way we're gonna fix it, I'm gonna put on my gloves, and we're gonna put this into the pot and melt it back down. But before we do that, I'm only doing a small bit of it. I'm doing two things here. I put the one that's called sugar, I put that in the freezer to see if it will harden up enough where to hold the shape and I can get it out of the mold without it sticking to it. If that doesn't work, we're also going to try this while that's in the freezer. I'm only putting it in the freezer for about an hour. The next thing we're going to add, if the propylene glycol seems to work and it's not sticky any longer, then I'm going to add some more of the sugar solution, which is just sugar and water. But we need to know how much soap we're dealing with so we can put in the proper amount for the propylene glycol. Okay, so I'm going to take this out of the mold and we're going to weigh it. You know, I'm going to use a laundry spoon, and let me get a piece of freezer paper or foil to put it in. I think I'm going to go with foil. Okay, so I have my piece of foil here. Let me turn the scale on just in case. I don't think I needed a piece that large, but I'll fold it in half. Let's go ahead and take off for the foil. Alright, so we tire that out. After we tire it out, now I'm going to use a spoon. And this is the spoon I use specifically for soap making. I don't use this in my kitchen at all. Alright. There we go. And we're going to start. See, it's not going to hold a shape for anything. So it's best just to take it out the mold. It's not, these pieces here I can pick up with my hand and put, I'm going to do all of this, because all of this came from the same thing. It's a shame that I colored some of it, and we did all of that on camera together. We colored it and everything, and I just knew it was going to come out just like the other batches, but with each batch everything is different. And it could be because we substituted those some of the soft oils for the other oils, or maybe all of my oils were more soft in this recipe. I looked at the hardness. It was over 40, so it should have been fine. The next thing, after I add this stuff in it, I'm going to add in some more stearic acid after it hits about 157 degrees with the soap. So I'm going to sit this over to the side and continue here, because right now we're at 7.02 ounces. And you know what? I think I want to put this in pounds. No, that's grams. So 0.439 on pounds. So let's see how many pounds this is. I don't think it's going to be that much. And this was the smaller amount. That's the reason why I'm going with it. But if all of it unmolds like this, and I went to unmold the B one, and it was like this. So we're gonna see if we can fix it, because it is extremely, it's just too soft. You can't do anything with that. Way too soft. And I'm not gonna stop until I figure out how to fix it. And I'm weighing everything, so I'll have some type of idea. Now, don't get me wrong, it does make bubbles, and it bubbles up and lathers really, really well. But at the same time, it just did not mold. And it's so extra sticky, as you can tell, as I'm taking it out. All right, so we're about a pound now. We're at about a pound. And I want to start, you know, this is what I'm working on right now. I'm working on the process, not necessarily the scent and smell, which I thought I was doing okay, and I would be able to get the scent and smell into this batch. But I should have left the scent and smell alone and continued with what I was doing before. Loved Ori Soaps and Bubbles video? Head down to the subscribe button and hit the bell icon to get those notifications. Thumbs up or thumbs down if you like the video, and leave a review so that way we know what we can improve on. It's very much appreciated, and as always, have the most excellent day. Ori Soaps and Bubbles.